Hello, everyone, and welcome to 1World. For those of you that don't know me, my name is Remigio Miliumida. You can call me Ray. I'm one of the four co-founders of 1World. Here's a little bit of information about myself and how to connect with me with my US direct phone number, WhatsApp, and Facebook. Again, I'm one of the four co-founders. I'm from California, and Bert, our president, is also from California, and Mark and Nilo are from the Philippines. So what exactly is 1World and why should we join 1World? Well, number one, we want 1World to be a company that you can call your home, where you can belong to a global 1World family that can help you to generate a steady income, long-term residual income, build wealth, provide security for your family, and many other unique 1World benefits that I'll show you here in a little bit. But keep in mind that this thing will not happen overnight. It's really important you keep that in mind. Okay. So again, 1World, we want to help our members to generate steady residual and multiple sources of income. And the multiple sources of income does not necessarily have to come from within 1World itself. It could be from other platforms as well. So what is 1World? 1World has two parts to it. We've got the online global network and the 1World community. What we're about to share with you has never been done before. Our goal is to become one family, one nation, one success, 1World. And the letters inside the logo, inside the number one, starts for online network entrepreneurs. That's one part of the 1World. We can become a global family, and we're going to help each other to attain financial freedom. All right. So the other part of this is to provide our 1World community family with the basic necessities to thrive in life, not just to survive. This is not going to happen overnight. This will take time. All right. So the problem with a lot of people that get into this kind of platform, they think that within months, within a few months, that they're going to become millionaires. That's not going to happen. This is a project, an ongoing project. It's actually a lifestyle, 1World lifestyle. All right. So again, patience. This will not happen overnight. Still take some time. All right. So here is our founder's vision to create this 1World community. And for me, it's something to look forward to because I've had this idea for at least 10 years now to create this facility, 7-story building, where we'll actually be able to provide our members with everything that they need. First of all, we're going to have a hospital on one side, and this hospital and everything about 1World is very unique. Our hospital is going to focus on healthcare, not sick care. See, the problem with the hospitals around the world is you wait till you get sick before you go to the hospital. What we're going to design is a hospital that all our members can visit the hospital on a regular basis so that we can maintain our health. Okay, and that's a big advantage. Use advantage is really unique because when you do that, when you maintain the health, it's going to be cheaper for everyone. It's going to be cheaper for the hospital, cheaper for the members and people when they go to the hospital, maintaining that health. All right, and it's holistic, it's natural. We're not going to rely on pharmaceutical industry. And then we'll have our corporate office on one side with many other offices that we can rent out. So that will generate revenue as well as the hospital. We also have the hotel for our guests, and that too will generate revenue. And then on the back end, we're going to have a condominium and housing development for our members. The condominiums are designed for single members, single individuals. If you have children, you have a family, then you live in the housing development. And then we have the university. And this too is very unique because we're going to focus on personal development and having the proper mindset, which I truly believe is the key to having success in life. All right. So eventually we're going to have our own airline, our own airport. And we'll have a worship center within this facility for many denominations. We've got restaurants throughout the entire facilities, and that can be owned by the members as well. We're going to have health, fitness, and wellness center as part of the hospital. And again, the focus is maintaining that health. So we're talking about organic, holistic, natural remedies. We're going to have a theater, entertainment center. We're going to have a daycare learning as part of the university. We want to start out at a very young age to teach children how to develop their mindset, having the proper mindset and development. Okay. We'll have a supermarket between the hotel and condominiums. The guests can actually use their card, their hotel card, to be able to shop at the supermarket. And then the members can shop for free at the supermarket. And again, everything here is available for all our members for free. We'll have a library and tech center between the university and the hospital. And we'll have our research and development there as well. We'll have a power plant that will provide energy for the entire facility and for the neighboring cities as well. I've had this idea, like I said, for at least 10 years. And this power plant, what we can do is take all the water that's being used in this facility, including the rain, all the water. It'll go to a tube and it'll actually spin a generator, a turbine generator. So that will generate power. Another idea is to actually, which is now, I've seen it online, where the floor, when you walk on it, it generates energy. So that's another source of energy, another source of power. And this will be our power plant, 1World Energy. And then we'll have water purification. There's many different functions within this. So not only will we have pure water, pure clean water, but what we're going to do is also extract oxygen, H2O. Take the oxygen, pump it into this facility with pure oxygen, just like we do in our submarine in the US Navy. So we're going to breathe pure oxygen. So during this pandemic that we're having now, that will not affect us because we're breathing pure oxygen inside our facility. And then the hydrogen, we can also extract from the H2O to use that as another source of energy. And then we've got aquaponics or hydroponics, which I'll elaborate in a little bit for our food source. We can supply our own food source. So again, this has never been done before. Well, we can create our own community that will be provided for all the members, for all the basic necessities in life. So they won't have to worry about food, shelter, clothing, anything and everything will be provided for by 1World. All right, so let's go into what we call the future of food, which is what we call the vertical agriculture. Again, I've had this idea for at least 10 years, but this is happening around the world right now, where we're bringing agriculture indoors. As you can see there, the advantage of this compared to having agriculture on a piece of land, you can grow so much more because you're going vertical. And not just that, we're now indoors, so you can control the temperature, you can control the atmosphere, you can control the pesticide and everything else. So not only are you growing more, you're getting healthy food, and we'll be able to do this in our facility to provide and grow our own food. Now, the only problem with this, if there's no sunlight, then you have to actually spend a lot of money on electricity to simulate the sunlight. But I've had this idea for a while. In 2015, 2014, actually, I was able to bring sunlight indoors. And I've actually seen this technology online now. It's available now, where you can actually bring sunlight indoors. So we won't have to worry about a massive amount of electricity expenses to simulate sunlight. We can do that now with the basic, the sun that's already available, just bringing it indoors. Not only for the plants, but also for all the members, for everybody inside the facility. Imagine being indoors and now you're still absorbing vitamin D from the sun and all the nutrients as well. from the sunlight. So that's what we're going to have. So we won't have to worry about simulating sunlight for our plants. And then I have this also another concept where we'll have one source of lighting. So even at night, we'll have one source of lighting using fiber optics and technology out there. We can distribute that source of light to all the facilities in our community. All right. And again, we can grow anything indoors. This is already possible. It's happening around the world now. And eventually, we'll have our own 1World cryptocurrency as well. We'll have our own 1World crypto debit and credit card, and we can use that as a membership card in all the facilities. So the future of 1World is already happening now. So basically what's going to happen is 1World is going to be the parent company, and we'll have many divisions and subsidiaries within 1World underneath that, like a 1World Communications, which would be a global communication system. We'll have a 1World Media for music, entertainment, and news, because the news that's out there is happening, most of them are not truth. They're fake news, and that's not what we want. We'll have a 1World Realty. Our president, Bert in California, has been in real estate since 1972. He's always been a real estate broker, so he knows real estate really well. Our other co-founder, Mark, is also a real estate broker here in the Philippines, and I've been in real estate since 2008. And it's really important that we get into this market because in 2006, according to Fortune, it was a $217 trillion industry. It's the largest industry in the world, the real estate. So we want to be a part of that. So basically, if you have a home you want to sell, you sell it through our 1World Realty, and you and our members within your group can get another source of income as a referral bonus. So if you want to sell, if you want to buy real estate, any type of real estate transaction, our members will capitalize on that. All right. And then we have a 1World Relief. And this program, we're talking about charities, donations, foundations, feeding programs, scholarships, and so on. So we actually started this out last year when the hurricane came through the Philippines, and we want to help them out. So what we did was I've actually had my wife and her family to volunteer. And what we did was we went to different two barangays in the Philippines, and we were able to help out about 250 families. We gave them rice and canned good foods. So they were pretty happy. We were able to do that as a 1World community. All right. So that's the 1World Relief Program. And then, of course, our 1World Energy, that's our own power source that I talked about earlier to power our community and the neighboring cities. And we're not talking about just burning fossil fuel. We're talking about innovative alternative energy as well. We've got the hydrogen, we've got electromagnetic, we've got plasma, and anything you can think of that's available out there, we're gonna go and use that. And for me, the most important thing is the 1World education. I truly believe that personal development and having the proper mindset of our children and even the adults will make a difference in people's success in life. So what I want to do is I want to use my book that I published in 2014, 2015, and be able to use that as the first product of 1World. For everybody that is becomes a member of 1World, they will have the first of a series of life tips. This is the foundation of the life tips series. It's about 14 of this. So this will be the foundation of that, the first life tips. Everybody will have a copy of that. It's online as a member, an active member, you get a copy of that. And then from then on, every time there are new series, the handbook is released, it'll be given to all the members for free. All right. And eventually we'll have other products as well. But we're going to start with our Life Tips Handbook series. And then, of course, there's just so much more. And again, 1World has never been done before. This community platform that we want to build is going to be unique because it will provide for everything that all the members need to have a beautiful life. All right. So that's what makes us very unique. So how are we going to build this 1World community? And the answer to that is crowdfunding. It's the practice of funding a project or venture by raising many small amounts of money from a large number of people, typically via the internet. So I'm going to share with you a story that when we first moved to California from the Philippines, I became good friends and became best friends with um, a Korean family, Korean friend. And what they told me was when they moved from South Korea to California, to Fairfield, California, in that city, all the families got together. And what they did was every month, each family would put, let's say, $500. I don't know exact amount, but they were putting money into a pot, into a bank account. And they had a treasurer. So every year, one family would collect on that pot. The next year, another family would collect. And eventually, what they did was when they collected that funds, they bought their homes for cash. So imagine having a home that's paid out outright. You own it. And I remember in 1976 when we bought our first home, it was $19,000. And that same home that we bought in 1976 for 19,000, in 2005 it was worth $435,000. So now imagine having a home you bought for cash. You own it outright. So that's what happened. So crowdfunding is nothing new. It's been around for years. Okay. So that's what we're going to use. The same concept with getting together as a family and putting in a small amount. Everybody puts in a small amount one time, and we can build 1World with this. So here are just some of the crowdfunding platforms that's out there. Kickstarter and Indiegogo, I believe, were the first two that started out, and there's many more now. As a matter of fact, a couple of years ago, crowdfunding generated over $304 billion around the world. So we're going to use the same concept to build our 1World community and then create the networking side so that our members can generate income. All right. So aside from the community that's never been done before, our compensation plan on the online side of this is also, it's never been done before. It's also unique. And I'll share that with you. So here is the full cycle illustration so you understand how this works. So everybody will start at the Genesis block. And then once you complete a very minimal requirement, then you move into the global cycle. This is now the international community. Everyone starts at the Genesis, but once you get to the global cycle, you're pretty much been taken care of by the international membership. And now we'll go into all the way to cycle 7. That's really this simple. So everybody starts at the Genesis block. So this is where you come in with 4 direct sponsors. That's it. You become a commissioner when all 5 of the members are active. You plus your 4 direct sponsors, you're now a commissioner. And that's paying $100 in Bitcoin plus a $2 transaction fee. One-time contribution to become a commissioner of 1World. When that happens, you earn your $100 back. So when you bring in your 4 direct sponsors, everybody pays in the $100, you get your money back instantly. And when that happens, you also move to the global cycle. And this repeats over and over. That's it. It's really that simple. So now for you to move to cycle 2, you need 4 commissioners from the Genesis to move to cycle 1. All right. So you need 4 commissioners from Genesis. When they get to cycle 1, then you earn another $100. And you're not doing anything at this point. You're just now waiting for the international community members to come into the platform. So when you have 4 commissioners underneath you, you move to the cycle 2, the global cycle 2. Now for the 4 commissioners in cycle 1, for them to move to cycle 2 so that it'll push you to cycle 3, the 4 commissioners, they also need 4 commissioners each. So the next 16 commissioners would fall underneath the 4, and the 4 will move to cycle 2. When that happens, you earn another $100, and that moves you to cycle 3. And that's really how the system works. So the next set would be 64. 16 will move, 4 will move, push you out of cycle 3, and you move to cycle 4. So when you complete cycle 3, you earn another $390. Plus, this is something that's unique, that's never seen before in this industry. We're going to give you 5 re-entry accounts. It's always going to be in sets of 5 because it's going to be you plus 4. So 5 re-entry accounts, and we'll earn one of those accounts. The parent account will have $100 earning instantly. So the 5 accounts will move to Genesis, and one of them will move to cycle 1. So you have your main account in cycle 4, but you also have another account in cycle 1. So the 2 functions of this re-entry account is for all our members, to earn more money. But most importantly, it's to help everybody that's sitting in cycle 1 to help them move to cycle 2. That's really the main goal of this, is to help everyone cycle through the system. All right. So the next set, 256, and we'll push everybody in sets of 4. It's always going to be in sets of 4. That will help everybody cycle through the system. So when you complete cycle 4, you now have another $1,521 of earning plus 10 more re-entry accounts. That's another $200. And then the next set will push you out of cycle 5, and you earn $5,850 there with 15 re-entry accounts and another $300. The next set will push you into cycle 7. From cycle 6, you're going to earn $39,000 plus 145 re-entry accounts for another $2,900. And then the last set will push you and complete cycle 7. You earn $97,500 plus 325 re-entry accounts. So that is another $6,500 worth. So that is a total of 500 re-entry accounts. Okay. Again, I have never seen any network marketing in this industry that actually the company and the system will give you re-entry accounts to help you earn more money. Excuse me. To help you earn more money and to help everybody cycle faster and everybody earns more money. So out of that 500 re-entry accounts, 100 will cycle through the system, what we call a cycle account. So 100 each will have 4 accounts underneath them. That's where the 400 will stay in the Genesis block. So 100 will cycle through the system. The 400 will remain in the Genesis until they have their own 4 direct sponsors. And then we're going to give everyone 60 gift codes as when you complete cycle 7, starting in cycle 3. You'll have 60 gift codes. You can take 16 of these gift codes and put them underneath the 4 that you originally brought into the Genesis block with you to help you to go cycle 1. We can put 16 of these gift codes to help those 4 cycle through the system. You still have 44, and we can help another 11 of your accounts. Remember, there's 400 sitting in the Genesis block. We can help 11 of those to cycle the system. Or you can use the gift codes to help other members, to give them or sell them to people. All right. So that's the entire illustration of this system. All right. So again, it's $100 one-time contribution plus the $2 transaction fee in Bitcoin, and 4 direct sponsors. That's it. That is the only requirement to cycle through the system, to go through the global cycle. All right. So There's no monthly, there's no upgrades, there's no selling because we don't have any inventory. And the book that you're going to receive, you can sell that if you want to. I sold it in Amazon, but I pulled it out so it can be a part of 1World exclusively. So when you sell that book, whatever profit you make out of that, then that's yours. There's no requalifying, and there's no need to recruit after your 4 direct sponsor. You really don't have to recruit anymore. But if you have more than 4 people, you can actually help those 4 get their 4. So your job now, when you get to cycle 1, the global cycle, once you get there, your job is now to help those 4 that help you move to cycle 1. Help them to also move and follow you to the global cycle 1. Okay, so that's it. So here's a summary of the earnings. When you complete from Genesis to cycle 7, it's $144,000. Remember, you only brought in $100 plus 4 direct sponsors. And there's also a sponsor matching 20%. When you have your 4 direct sponsors, when they reach the cycle 3, you will earn 20% of whatever they earn, all the way to cycle 7. So that is a total of another $28,000 times 4, because you have 4 direct sponsors. And then we have the re-entry accounts. Again, there's 500 total. That's worth $50,000, $100 each. So one account will actually create also those 100 cycle accounts. Of the 500, 100 of those accounts will be a cycle accounts, meaning it'll go through cycle 1 all the way to cycle 7. That's an instant $10,000. So one account will generate 500 re-entry accounts. 100 of those are going to be cycle accounts, which means one account will generate 100 accounts. So each of these 100 accounts that's cycling through the system times 100 again in earnings. And this will just keep going again. Those 100 is going to generate another set of 100 and so on. And those 100 times 100 again. And this will never end. This just keeps on going. And this helps everybody earn more and helps everybody cycle through the system faster. And then, of course, the sponsor matching 20%, that's times 100. It's times 100 over and over again as well. Okay. And then, of course, we've still got the gift codes. So 60 gift codes worth $6,000 times 100, because each account will generate 60 gift codes times 100 and times 100 over and over again. All right. And then we have the member reward package. When you reach cycle 3, we're going to give you a reward. Originally, we had it for mining, uh, crypto mining, but since that company is not mining very well, we're just going to give you the cash. So the first one's 300 and 600 and so on. So at the end, from cycle 3 to cycle 7, that's a total of $46,000. That's you reaching cycle 3 to cycle 7. But the 4 direct sponsors that you have, when they reach cycle 3 to cycle 7, you're also going to get the sponsor reward. And by the way, those are times 100. Okay. So the sponsor reward, when your direct sponsor, when they reach cycle 3 to cycle 7, that's another $46,000 worth that we're going to give you. So when you reach there, you get your member reward. When your direct sponsor, when they get to cycle 3 on cycle 7, you get the sponsor reward as well, worth 46,000. So that's times 4 because you have 4 direct sponsors. And of course, times 100 over and over again, I guess. So again, it's $100 in one-time contribution, $2 transaction fee, and this has never been done before. There's never been done in this industry where a company and the system itself would generate re-entry accounts to help you make more money and to help everybody else in the system to cycle through faster. All right. So here's a summary of the 1World compensation plan. So from the genesis to the global cycle, it's 144,000. The matching 20% is 28,000 times 4 because you have 4 direct sponsors. The re-entry position, it's worth 66,000. That's 500 re-entry accounts plus a 60 gift codes. You've got the member reward for 46,000, another sponsor reward for 46,000. Plus, eventually we'll have a product commission. We're thinking about 5 referral levels as well when we get into the product. And then we'll have the apps, level, 5 referral levels. And then we'll have the advertisement within the apps as well. And then external platforms. So we're already looking at other platforms right now that are really good, that can generate another source of income. So our goal is to help our members to generate multiple sources of income, not just from within the community of 1World family, but external platforms as well. All right. So that is the summary of it. So I truly believe this is the best, never been done before concept and compensation plan. But one thing to keep in mind is this will not happen overnight. So you got to really keep that in mind, because a lot of the people that come into this industry, they think that within months they'll be able to do it, and they get disappointed and say bad things. And again, this will take time to build. So here's an income disclosure notice and disclaimer. First of all, this is not an investment platform where you come in, put in your $100 and expect it to grow on its own. Number two, there's no guarantee of any level of income or success. Everyone will earn different amounts depending on which cycle they're in. And in this industry, everything's going to be up to you, 100% dependent upon your level of commitment, your skills, your commitment, your work effort, your persistency, and many other traits. All right. So it's really up to you. So it's really important to understand that you got to do your part. You're the only one that can guarantee your income or success. Nobody else can. All right. And it's a simple requirement. You come in with 4 direct sponsors. That's it. And then you just help those 4 and everybody else get their 4 direct sponsors. All right. So we had some 1World privileged positions. The Grant Council is sold out. The 1World founding members is also sold out. So what we have left is the 1World ambassador. It's a $1,500 pay-in. You get 10% of 27 corporate accounts. So when they cycle through the system, whatever is earned in the 27 corporate accounts, we'll take 10% of that and divvy that up for the 1World ambassadors. For every member that come in of that $100, we'll also take 25 cents and share that with the ambassadors. Everybody will actually get the 25 cents. And then 5 regular accounts. So it's always going to be 1 plus 4. So as a 1World ambassador, you automatically become a commissioner instantly. All right. And then every Friday, we'll have a Zoom presentation. This presentation I just showed you, 7 p.m. Philippines time. And this is the short URL, bit.ly/1World capital and Zoom lowercase. And the passcode is 32123. And by the way, this is the same link, same Zoom meeting that we've had since day one. Since day one until forever, basically. It's going to be the same link, the same passcode. So it's never changed. It'll never change. All right. So you can visit that every Friday, 7 p.m. Philippines time. That's available for everyone. So right now, we have members in 25 countries. All right. So the steps in doing with 1World is really, really simple. Will you come in, register, and activate you right away? Get 4 direct sponsors as soon as possible, and you only need 4. So if you have more than 4, then you basically plug those people in under the 4 that you have to help those 4 cycle through the system. And really it. The more people that we help get their 4, the faster everyone will cycle and earn. So when you help one person, you're actually helping the entire 1World community. All right. So here's a link, a short URL to our theme song. For those of you that want to hear our 1World theme song, it's bit.ly, 1World capital, theme lowercase, song with the S in capital. All right. So again, we're one family, one nation, one success, one world. So please contact the person who introduced you to this presentation. And together, we are one world family. And again, this has never been done before. So thank you, everyone. Have a wonderful day. Have a wonderful evening. God bless. Take care. And we'll talk to you guys soon.